News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Numerous rail cars crash off the tracks in Caliente, and the identity of an accident victim is released. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Eunette Gentry. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Car dealerships take a hit following a train wreck. It's Thursday, 7/11. I'm Eunette Gentry. Numerous new cars were destroyed in a train derailment near the Utah-Nevada border.
Customers here in the state that were awaiting their new vehicles, including Jeep Gladiators, Wranglers, Chevrolet Silverados, and GMC Series pickup trucks, will have to wait longer. Yesterday morning, a train derailment in Caliente caused 33 train cars to crash off the tracks. These cars were carrying brand new vehicles. Crash occurred near the Nevada-Utah border. The Lincoln County Sheriff says that there was some cars that were carrying hazardous material and they were not affected. The road is expected to be closed for several days from Elgin to Carp. This is to clean up trains, cars, and the debris. Some of the brand new vehicles fell off a rock embankment to the county road below. Union Pacific is investigating the cause of the crash and is expected to turn its results over to the Federal Railroad Administration. No injuries have been reported.
And the Nye County Sheriff's Office has released an update regarding what they are saying is a possible earthquake-related death.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office is updating a death which they say was possibly related to recent earthquake activity. On July 9th, deputies and detectives with the Nye County Sheriff's Office were dispatched to Becky and Fort Churchill in the desert area for a deceased male that had been located. The man, identified as 55-year-old Troy Ray, was found underneath his vehicle. Ray had apparently been deceased for several days. Police say that Ray was last seen on July 3rd at a local gas station. It was determined by police as to Ray's positioning of his body and the tools surrounding the area that he was working on his vehicle when the accident occurred. They say that Ray was working on the car when it fell on top of him, resulting in a cause of death determined to be traumatic asphyxia and other significant injuries, including blunt force trauma. It's unclear at this time how long Ray was underneath the vehicle. However, law enforcement believes that this may be the result of the July 4th earthquake, which was a 6.4 magnitude centered in Ridgecrest, California, which was felt here in Pahrump. The 7.1 earthquake, also centered in Ridgecrest, occurred on the evening of July 5th. The manner of death has been determined to be accidental in nature.
And in other local news, a local man is arrested after police respond to a reported domestic dispute on Pahrump's south side of town.
Patrol members be advised.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office reports that Mauro Herrera has been arrested for domestic battery, home invasion, and assault with a deadly weapon. On June 17th, deputies report that they were dispatched to South Cajon Lane here in Pahrump for a report of a domestic dispute. Upon arrival, they met with a female who they say was obviously upset and had been crying. They say that she returned home from a trip to California, finding her estranged husband leaving the residence. She believed that he had left the residence the Friday before and had no keys to the home. When entering her home, she discovered that a window had been allegedly forced open, breaking the secure mechanism and damaging the wall inside her son's room. At that time, she reports that a verbal argument ensued between her and her estranged husband. She said that she asked Herrera to leave the home, and at that point he picked up a steak knife, holding it in a threatening manner, raised his hand and stated something similar to, "I'm going to stab you." The female female victim in this case says that she attempted to flee at that time, running down the hallway towards the garage. She says on the report that Herrera grabbed her by pulling her by the hair to stop her from fleeing. The female says that she was able to get away at this time, and she continued through an open interior door that went to the garage. She slammed and locked the door behind her. She said that she was able to hit the wall mount garage door opener as he allegedly forcibly kicked the door open. The victim says that she fled because she was able to roll under the garage door as it was opening. As she stood up, she says that Herrera was allegedly still following, attempting to get to her. Police say at that time she went back inside the front door and locked it behind her. That's when Herrera appeared back in the home, coming from the hallway. The victim told police that she ran outside the front door to her aunt and children who were locked inside a vehicle. Once outside, she says that Herrera attempted to grab items from a 10-year-old girl. The items were described as a box of papers. The female and her aunt says that Herrera raised his fist in what was reported to be a threatening manner. The aunt says that she jumped in front of the 10-year-old girl in order for her not to be struck. They report that Herrera then shoved them both to the ground and threw the box of paperwork on the front yard. Officers report that Herrera then left the scene traveling west on Thousand Air Boulevard. He was allegedly driving a vehicle that had a car hauler in which the car had rolled off the trailer and was now resting on the front hitch. Police stopped him at Pahrump Valley Boulevard and Thousand Air. Herrera was then taken into custody at that time. While he was still in restraints, officers say that he attempted to flee once again, walking away in the opposite direction. Mauro Herrera was then apprehended and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center.
And stay tuned. Much more local news is coming up here on KPVM, where we like to say that stands for keeping Pahrump and our area viewers in mind.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, Pahrump Valley Youth Activities invited KPVM TV to speak to students this week about our television and radio station.
Today we had Media Day here at PVYA. We invited you, of course, and Selwyn Harris from the Pahrump Valley Times to come down and talk about their jobs.
I think that it went very great. I think the kids enjoyed it. They knew a little bit more, and a lot of them want to be YouTubers, so I think it's exciting for them to see how it works.
They are very interested, and I was impressed with some of the questions that they asked you about your jobs and the opportunities that they have.
So we rotate through 6 classrooms that we set up ourselves, and then we bring in anything outside, anybody that's willing to give us some of their time. Spring Mountain's been out here, the Gunfighters come out, we've had the Garden Club in the past come out. We're actually doing a water slide day Thursday that we are sponsoring. So yeah, we have a lot of fun.
I've been here 5 years, and I think the best part is the kids really appreciate what you do for them, and you notice that the families do too. So I think that's the most important part, that they're really appreciative of what we're doing for the community in general.
Well, the co-workers, we have a lot of fun, and just to give to the community and know that we're out here for the kids, and that's where our heart is, and that we want to give this program, you know, make it the best that we can make it.
Tom Saida spoke a little bit today, the founder, co-founder, I think, of the PVYA.
Yeah, we love him. He sponsors us. He does a lot for us. He likes to come out. We actually had him come sing for us one time, so that was fantastic. He tries to come by once a year and check on us. On
an average, we do, we have like 175 on our roster, and we range, you know, averages anywhere. Right now it's a little low because of the holiday, 110, but we'll average about 120 a day.
Yes, we're taking donations. They can drop their donations off at Tom Saida dealership or with Tom Metcher at Juvenile Probation, or they can come down here if they've got some toys or anything they want to donate. We'll take it.
Aren't they adorable? We look forward to seeing them again on television one day. All right, and turning to national news now. Interest rates might be getting slashed. That and more news that might affect your bottom line right now.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief. Topping our news, the Federal Reserve is leaning toward cutting rates at its upcoming meeting on monetary policy later this month. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell tells Congress the Trump administration's trade war is creating weakness worldwide in manufacturing, trade, and investments. Toyota is shifting production plans. Instead of building the Corolla Compact at a new factory in Alabama, it will instead produce a new SUV at the factory it's building with Mazda in Huntsville. Toyota says there's a growing demand for SUVs and light trucks. Corollas will continue to roll off the line in Mississippi. American Airlines business has been clipped by the grounding of Boeing 737 MAX 8, but the airline is raising its second quarter unit revenues as it flies fuller planes.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks, Angela. And now more news from this area. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department retired Captain Larry Burns has passed away. Burns died at the age of 61 Thursday morning at his home as a result of a medical episode. The former captain was a 27-year veteran and retired back in 2013 from the Bolden Area Command, and he was SWAT commander from 2002 until 2009. And stay tuned, we'll be right back with much more local news.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Welcome back. Well, Jim Marchant is campaigning to be your next congressman. We caught up with the former assemblyman to find out more about his bid for that office.
I'm a businessman, entrepreneur all my life. I started out in '83 as a software programmer, had a software company for many years. '94, when the internet came about, I had started an internet service provider company and sold both of those companies. And then in '98, I formed and started, I raised $17 million in a private offering and started a voice over IP phone company and retired from that. I was in the Assembly, District 37, which is northwest Las Vegas Valley area, and served in the 17th session.
And so right here in Nye County, you're part of the Nye County Republican Central Committee?
I am not part of it, but I am very friendly with them. I know a lot of them in there. I visit with them all the time. I come to a lot of their meetings, so yes. Well, just in the, I was in the Assembly and just can't stay out of politics for some reason. Even back in Florida, I'm from Florida originally. I was involved in politics back there, and then when I moved out here in 2005, I just got involved in politics again and was asked to run, and I did, and I've been asked to kind of run again for Congress. We have a good opportunity this election cycle, I believe, to take it back for the Republicans, and we're going to work really hard to make that happen.
What's some of the things you would really like to focus on if you are elected?
Well, economic development, especially lowering taxes for people, cutting spending. A lot of people don't even talk about that, but I think that's an important priority for us in Congress. We need to cut spending, and the state here also. That's one of the things I did in the Assembly, was try to figure out ways to cut spending, and couldn't affect the raising of taxes. That was already done, and we were in the minority, so there's nothing we could do there. But so yeah, I'm real passionate about renewable energy, and I believe the only way that we're ever going to affect climate change is to develop and implement small modular nuclear reactors. And so that's what I'm working on, and I think that that is the future. If we really, really want to affect climate change, that's going to be the only way. Matter of fact, there's been a prominent conservationist that was really anti-nuclear way back in the day that's actually turned, and he was, one of the champions for that side. And he now is saying the same thing I'm saying. Guys, we really need to take a look at this, because these small modular reactors are the only way we're going to be able to really affect climate change. July 30th at the Valley Electric Conference Center 2 to 5 p.m., we're going to have a forum. And we're going to have some of the most world-renowned nuclear scientists that are very familiar with Yucca Mountain and these new small modular reactors. And we're going to propose an alternative to what's currently in law for Yucca Mountain. We have what we think is a much better alternative that's a win-win for everybody. They can go to jimmarchant.com, www.jimmarchant.com, and that's JIMMARCHANT.com.
And the cultivation and production license for an outdoor marijuana facility in Amargosa was recently up for renewal before Nye County Commissioners.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had regarding 2 recreational marijuana establishment license annual renewal applications for the same property located on 950 East Anvil Road in Amargosa Valley, one being for cultivation and the other for production. Commissioner Strickland asks if all the fees for the property that were delinquent were caught up, and Brett Wagner, Nye County's Director of Planning, states that they are up to date. Commissioner Blundo makes a motion to approve the renewal of both licenses. Commissioner Blundo asks if John Weller, who was there to answer the commissioner's questions, was still the owner, to which he said yes. Commissioner Strickland asks if they have had any success with their outdoor grove.
We had our first harvest last year, so the way that cycle works is you basically don't harvest till November. So we're replanting a portion of our permanent outdoor grow right now. So you basically harvest in, actually we went too long to be honest with you, and went into December, which was a bad idea. But we were the guinea pig for the state. So you learn as you go along, just like any business. But we are replanting that now. And I think just like any business, we'll get better the second round. But yes, we're continuing that on, and as far as I know, we're still the guinea pig.
The chairman calls for the vote.
Call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Unanimous.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have fun, John.
And today we're shining the birthday spotlight on another one of our KPVM family members, Matthew Walker. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Matt. Happy birthday to you.
Hey now.
Make a wish.
Hey now.
Melody cake.
Reignite.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, it's the hottest day of the year so far, and let's take a look outside. Has our camera melted off that perch yet? It's a glorious day. That sun is shining. We'll take a closer look at what you can expect in our blistering but beautiful forecast when we return.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we have a high of 109 degrees and a low of 84. Death Valley at 118 and a low of 86. Amargosa, a high of 106 and a low of 72. 101.67 in Beatty. 92.59 in Goldfield. 91.58 in Tonopah. Carson City, a high of 93 and a low of 57. 97 in both Fallon and Fernley. We're found a low of 61 and Fernley a low of 62 degrees. Now today in Pahrump, sunny skies. Our high today was 105 degrees with winds coming out of the southwest at 7 miles per hour. 10% for our humidity, and our sunrise at 5:35 this morning. Now for tonight, it's currently 103 degrees outside with clear skies. Our low tonight is going to be 76 degrees with 6 mile per hour winds out of the southeast. 14% humidity and 8:03 tonight for our sunset. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, we're going to see some Partly cloudy skies tomorrow for Friday, and then on Saturday for our weekend, we're going to open up with those nice sunny skies, and it's going to stay that way all through next Thursday. For temperature-wise, on Friday, we're going to see a high of 105 degrees. Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be up at 107 degrees. Then on Monday, we're going to start walking back down that staircase. We're going to be back down to 105 on Monday, 104 on Tuesday, 103 on Wednesday, and then down to 102 next Thursday. Now for overnight temperatures, we're also going to start walking back down that staircase. On Friday and Saturday, we're going to be seeing lows of 79 degrees, 76 on Sunday, 75 on Monday, 74 on Tuesday, and then down to 73 next Wednesday and Thursday. So now if you can't make it home in time to catch the news live on TV, make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live every night at 5, even on the go. Now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Austin.
All right, thanks, Petunia. Well, as you notice, 107, those temperatures are starting to increase. This weekend, it will be dangerously hot, as it is today, but I have a suggestion for you to cool off. If you noticed at the top of the show, I mentioned it's 7-Eleven. Every July 11th, 7-Eleven convenience stores give away free Slurpees, and they are giving away those delicious cool treats from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. today. So you have just a little while longer to go over the hump to grab one for yourself and enjoy. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Eunette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow. Good night.